Hello everyone. Hope you are doing good. I just wanted to give you a basic view on performance testing and why it is required in IT industry. So let's just quickly start up with what is performance testing. So performance testing is a type of testing which ensures your software application how it is performing when we are giving a certain load on it. And there is a difference between the functional testing as well as the non-functional testing. Performance testing will be coming under the non-functional testing. So we have three S which will be following as part of performance testing. Nothing but speed, scalability, and stability. Speed is nothing but how quick your application is responding to your load whichever you are given. And scalability is nothing but how many maximum users, whether your software application will be able to handle on your architecture, whatever you have given on the system, and system how much to be able to handle the load. That is what the scalability means. And then comes our stability. Stability will be to determine how the application, how your application behaves, or how it is stable varying when we are giving the variation on the loads. So this is what quick update on what is performance testing is all about. And now we will go for why we require performance testing. So before even going into the market in a live, the software system should be tested. If the system goes live without doing any performance testing, there may be so many issues arises, and like running the system slow, or there will be a poor usability where likely to gain the bad reputation, and it affects the expected sales goal activity. So now why we required performance testing majorly is which will be allow you to fix the issues at the early stage before it is even going into production environment. So now why we are not doing it in the production environment, why we have to fix the issue early. What does this statement means is nothing but whenever we do the performance testing, we will make sure that the environment which you are going to do the load test will be equal to the production environment. So that if you say like if you are doing it in a production environment directly, it will be impacting the real world user. So we are replicating, we are making a clone of kind of environment where we will do the load test. You can say it's a QA environment or an FT environment. Different terms will be used in different projects. So we will be carrying out our performance testing in the before early stage of the production environment. While we will be able to fix the issue as early as possible and to check whether our infrastructure, whatever we are going to give the load in the real world scenario, whether it will be able to handle it or whether it's capable to do it. So we can avoid the crisis which before even going to the production environment and go live, we can do it in an early stage and fix the issue. This is why we do the performance testing. And now let's come to the life cycle of the performance testing. So stage one is nothing but the gathering the non-functional requirement. When I say that gathering non-functional requirement, you can get it from the business analysis or a critical real world scenario. For example, if you take a Flipkart application or any e-commerce application like Amazon or whatever it might be, an e-commerce application, you will be having the users logging in. So the user login will be one of the critical scenario. When we are having some sales activities are going on, there will be so many customers loading into the system, and they will be doing a checkout and the payment section. So that is also one of the critical scenarios. So these kind of the scenarios will be gathered as a part of non-functional requirement to see how when the users are loaded at the sales activity or any other high critical activities are being carried out by the real world users, those scenarios will be considered as a part of non-functional requirement. So now we have done the gathering. Now we have done with the gathering of the non-functional requirement. So next is the stage 2. Stage 2, what we are going to do is we are going to put all our plans, everything into a Word doc, where we call it as a performance test strategy document, wherein we will be mentioning what URL we are going to use, what is the environment we are going to use, what is the infrastructure configuration that is going to be there for the servers, and how much TPS needs to be achieved for each and every scenarios, how many scenarios we are going to do the load test, how many types of load tests we are going to carry out, and how many hours we are going to do the load test. All those details will be carried out in the performance testing strategy. So now we will be going for, we have done our plan, like how we are going to do the execution, what and all needs to be carried out. Now let's come to the stage 3. So stage 3 is nothing but the script design. So here we will be having various tools where the picture, how much compatible your application is going to be. There are so many tools in the market, whether it's going to be a freeware or whether it's going to be a licensed version. So if you say like you want to go for a freeware tool where it is a small budget project and the client is not able to offer the licensed version, you have so many tools in the market, which is like example jmeter, and we have the licensed versions which is highly paid like LoadRunner, neoload, and so many are there in the market. So based upon your requirement, like how your client is going to be a convenience or provide the budget, we will be having the tools option, and we will be carrying out the scripting activity. So that is what the script design stage 3 is. Now once our scripts are ready, we will be going ahead for the stage 4, which is nothing but our execution. So we will be calculating how many hours we are going to do our load test or soak test, whether it's going to be a 1 hour load test or it's going to be 2 hours of load test, or how many hours you are going to do the soak test. All these things will be carried out at the time of execution, and then we will be providing one of the basic test summary report. It's just nothing but it will be having once your execution is over, you will be getting the rough report, like what is the maximum, minimum, and 90th percentile, how many failures have occurred and how many past transaction has been occurred. So these things and all will be able to collect and consolidate it and do it in a simple Excel sheet, and we will be covering it in the later part. I know it's very early for you who is new to performance testing to understand what we are talking about here, but we'll be providing you the small Excel sheet report, which we will be providing as a test summary report, and then comes our stage 5. So stage 5 is nothing but the test completion report, wherein again we will be having a Word doc over here. So we will be providing all the observations over here. So if I say like my response time is higher than what it has been expected, so I have to give the justification which transaction has taken, how much of seconds, and how many failures has occurred, whether it's an internal server error or whether it's a forbidden error, what kind of errors we have got and what kind of observations we have seen. All these things will be consolidated and put up in the test completion report as a Word doc. So we'll see you in the next section. Until then, bye bye.